And welcome back to Hannity's. We continue with our great American panel. So we have the White House spending money, global warming, propaganda video. You always want to be indoctrinated. Good indoctrination by your government. Watch this.
If you've been hearing that extreme cold spells, like the one that we're having in the United States now, disproves global warming, don't believe it. But I believe the odds are that we can expect, as a result of global warming, to see more of this pattern of extreme cold in the mid-latitudes and some extreme warm in the far north.
I'm sorry, it's a hoax. I don't believe it. They've fixed the data. We go through peaks and valleys and ups and downs. Global temperatures change.
They can do this. They're fine if they want to put a video out, but do it with private funds. Don't use my tax dollars to put out something that we know to be false or that is still under debate. And the term, by the way, polar vortex, is when we first heard it in 1850-something, you know, and then again in 1950. This didn't happen because of this new global warming.
In New York, my lungs were frozen. As I walked. It was so cold the last 2 days.
I could not figure out why the White House would even get involved in this, and then it occurred to me how many millions upon millions of dollars this administration has spent on green energy, alternative energy research. Remember Solyndra, denying the Keystone Pipeline.
The worst is we spent $7.45 billion on other countries to help them with their global warming.
Right.
I'm like, really? Maybe some poor people in America could use that $7.45 billion.
For coats.
Yeah, and I think
exactly.
It's a horrible clash of science and politics. I think we need to leave this up to the scientists. And of course, I understand that the global warming issue is affecting the citizens' lives, but I don't agree with our tax dollars being used on that.
All right, investigation, NCAA reading levels of athletes, college athletes, below 8th grade. This isn't good. Watch this.
I mean, we may as well just go over to Glenwood Elementary right up the street and just let all the 4th graders in here, the 3rd graders in here.
They can't read, and there are no remedial classes. What's the option? To cheat?
The other option is to cheat. That's correct. Or to find some professor, some course of curriculum where there are professors or there is little or no work expected of the student. They're leaving here, our profit sport athletes, without an education. They're significantly behind the level of reading and writing that's required.
All right, when you look at the actual numbers, you've got those reading below the 4th grade level at literally 8%, and then you've got those between 4th and 8th grade at 60%. Here's the bottom line. Athletics mean a lot to universities.
Dollars and cents.
A lot of dollars, especially football, basketball, and some of the right?
Tens of millions of dollars. I mean, again, another money angle for you. This is infuriating to me because academia in this country is letting us down, right? Because they're treating our student athletes like ATMs, right? And they're turning the other way, especially in higher education.
But in defense of them, in spite of that statistic, every single college that I know where they have a high-level athlete that is competing for the school, they often offer tutors for every class for free for these students.
They offer. How do they incentivize them to take?
Well, I mean, that's pretty generous, don't you think?
Right, it is. But I think that the colleges that do this and allow them to cheat and not, you know, have them earn their degrees, they're doing a disservice to the athletes. And if it was my son or daughter that was an athlete, I would not allow them, because we know some of them don't make it to professional sports, or their careers are so short. So what do they have to fall back on with no education?
No, I think, but it's also the athlete's responsibility. If they're offering you free tutors and a free scholarship, you got, you know, you can go the easy route, or you can take.
But you know, and they all think that they're going to be pro athletes, and then they're going to make some serious coin, and even that career is going to end after a while. And if they don't have an education, and you know, but when the gravy train ends, there's going to be somebody around them who's going to steal the gravy. And for all these guys, when the sports is done, the ones that don't go pro.
See, I wanted to be
they're
a quarterback. Didn't work out.
That you have your education.
Yeah, you have something to fall back on. I think you're okay.
I'm throwing footballs on TV. That's a good thing. So kind of halfway made it, except I'm not getting hit by the camera guy or my producer over here. All right, guys,
Let me throw a spiral. You'll definitely get hit.
Okay.
With my aim.
Up next.